Good morning and welcome to Memphis Monday 342. Today we're going to finish building this little utility cabinet. It's 100% oak, 4 drawers, power strip, built-in dust collection, and the whole thing's on wheels. If you want to see how we built it, stay tuned. That's what we're going to do today. Good morning. I gotta take my hat off because my face gets shaded. You know, you guys really need to see my face. Anyway, kind of funny. I was just watching a video on YouTube. It was like the complete story of building the Hoover Dam, and the whole video was like 23 minutes long or something. And I thought, isn't that amazing? They made a video about building the Hoover Dam. I think it's about the largest thing ever built. And they told the story in 23 minutes. I'm building a little cabinet about this big, and I've already spent 34 minutes in video, and now I have to have a part 2 to finish it. Well, no one's perfect. So anyway, welcome to Memphis Monday 342, our 30th week on Halloween. We're going to finish our vacuum and utility stand. The last week we built the cabinet and put the wheels on it, got the mechanics all sorted out. And today we're going to, put the trim on it, and the doors, and the finish, and the drawers, and all that stuff. And I guarantee there's not going to be a part 3. Guarantee it. Knock off the chit chat, and let's get to work. This is a little measure drawing of what we're shooting for. This is the cut list, but we already cut all this stuff out. And we have actually built the cabinet here. Today we're going to build us a door. We're going to build these drawers, and we're going to put some finish on it and whatever else we come up with. Let's go see how far we are. Okay, here's where we are right now. We got the vacuum all rigged in there. But we have to put trim on this thing, build a door, build 4 drawers, so forth and so on. I think the first thing we're going to do is take off this hardware we put on last time, because we're going to be flipping this thing around, and I don't want all this stuff here in the way. I'm always doing stuff that I think's funny, nobody else does, and that is I attached this strip here, like, you know how these things always fall off and you never can get them on just right? I screwed this thing directly into the case. I just put these stainless steel screws right through the thing. Back over here on the toolbox stand, you can see if you have trim that is different widths, the easy way out is just to make a butt joint like I did here. That's not the right way to do it. Let me show you how the right way to do it is. Now what you want to do is you want to end up putting a 45-degree cut. That's this hypotenuse of this triangle to meet up with your trim that's a different size. And what I do is put this little spacer here, and then I can lay my trim down on it and then mark that angle. And then 100 years from now, somebody will be looking at this cabinet and they'll be saying, boy, those old timers, they really knew what they were doing. Okay, I nailed that trim down. Now we need to worry about the drawer, putting the drawer guides in. Here they are. These are high dollar soft close. I'm going to put 4 drawers in, and they're going to fit in this space right here. Our space is 22 1/4 inches long. That's 565 millimeters. That's about 9 inches wide, but we don't care about that right now. What we need to do is divide that 565 millimeters up into 4 equal parts. And that's simple, just to divide it by 2. So each of our sections is 5 9/16 wide. Okay, how we're gonna establish these dotted lines right here is what I do is I cut out these little boards and I just lay them down inside my cabinet and draw my lines. And this isn't the only way to do it, but it's foolproof, and that's good. All I do is I take that 2 3/4 inch spacer, put it in there. It's automatically plumb, and I put my first line in. Now I can take my next board. You really only need 2. I made 4 for illustrative purposes. Okay, now I can put in my second line. That's where my second drawer guide's going to go. And there's my third one. And then you just line your drawer guide up on that line. And it's kind of a tight squeeze in here, which is one of the reasons I use this 12-volt driver, because it's so short. I got a couple of those 90-degree deals. They never seem to work just right. So this is my practice setup for my dados. We're going to put this 1/4 inch plywood in a dado in the back, and this is the stock we're going to be using. So I want to make sure my setup is right. Something to think about. I built the first box so I could show it to you, and you'd know what you were looking at when you're building the rest of them. This is the joint that I prefer. I prefer it for several reasons. First of all, it's very strong. I've never had one of these fail. I don't know how you could make it fail. It's a butt joint, but it's held together with glue and inch-long staples. Another reason I like it is because this distance across here, since you're putting it on the outside, you can match that up exactly with the distance between your drawer guides. Okay, so that's the joints I use on both sides. Let's go to the bottom. Dado all the way around to receive the bottom. And then this back part here, I cut that dado out, and then when I slide the bottom in, I can staple it right against that. That's not my idea. I saw somebody else doing that, and it sounded like a great idea. And then on the top up here, or on the sides, I have a 2.5-inch spacer that goes across like this, that catches the exact center of this box, and then I can center my drawer side drawer guide right on that line. And then they just go in, slide into the little tracks. Okay, now let's make a couple of these drawers and you'll know what the heck I'm doing. Well, I got all the drawers put in. Now I'm making the drawer fronts. I cut them to size. Now I'm going to put them in the case here and see if I can get them. Here is temporarily attaching the drawer fronts, just using screws. That way I can get them all positioned. Now it's just a question of attaching the drawer fronts permanently. I'm not going to put any hardware on the drawer fronts until I get stain on them, until I get some finish on them. how the back panel goes on. These most plywood you get, it's AB or BC, so it'll have a good side and a bad side. Just the way to fail here is if you put the bad side towards the front. It's easy to do. Just have to think about it. That's a good side, that's a bad side. Attach this using these tiny little staples here. I'm using some of these stainless steel self-closing hinges. They're real nice hinges, but they're sprung because, you know, they're self-closing. And I don't know if you can see that, but that right there, see, that's not tangent to the, or it's tangent, but it's not perpendicular to the, it needs to be level. It needs to be sprung like that. So let me show you how I fix that. So what I do is I just want it, you know, I just want it down about a 32nd of an inch towards flush with this surface here. So what I do is I just take a little piece of scrap of wood or plastic or something and stick it in there just while I'm installing the hinge, and when I open the door, these little pieces of wood will fall out. Okay, let's go ahead and install this door. I don't know if it matters, but all my doors I have installed with the hinges on the outside, and then closes to the inside. So to keep it consistent, we'll do that on our stand today. I have one off on my camera, and I don't think I covered this, but on this panel, it's best if you cut this panel smaller than the opening of your case. That way your door will sit flat against the trim. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and install this thing opening the other way. I'm such a rebel. Well, I'm going to go ahead and put some stain on it, and then we'll put it all together and take a look at it. We got our new stand finished. Now we'll get rid of the old one. Well, there's our little utility cart from Memphis Monday 342, complete with drawers, we got built-in dust collection, self-closing doors, wheels. On this side we have a power strip with our vacuum hose coming out. Overall, pretty satisfied. that does it for Memphis Monday 342, our utility stand build. It's 100% oak. You got 4 real nice drawers, built-in dust collection, power strip. I can use it for a sanding station, vacuum station, tool stand, whatever I want to use it for. It's all on wheels. We threw away the old one. All right, so like, favorite, share, all the stuff you do on the internet. But most important, make sure you're back here next week for another exciting Memphis Monday. Thanks for playing along.